In San Francisco town there lived a whale. She ate pork chops by the pail, by the pillbox, by the suitcase, by the bathtub, by the schooner. Her name is Sarah and she's a peach, but you can't leave food within her reach, nor nursemaids, nor Airedales, nor chocolate ice cream sodas. She eats a lot, but when she smiles, you can see her teeth for miles and miles, and her adenoids, and her spare ribs, and things too fierce to mention. Oh, what can you do in a case like that? What can you do but sit on your hat, or your toothbrush, or your grandmother, or anything else that's helpless? Jim Johnson had a big gray mule. He drove him round to a cart. He loved that mule and the mule loved him with all his mulish heart. When the rooster crowed, old Johnson knew that the day was a-going to break. Then he'd clean that mule with the leg of a stool, and he'd scratch him down with a rake.
And the mule would say, ee-aw,
hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw,
ee-yaw, 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 ee-yaw.
and he'd scratch him down with a rake. Jim fed that mule on old bootlegs and chunks of yellow clay, some shavings and some wooden pegs, which was his oats and hay. That mule would chaw with his iron jaw on Jimmy's new spring suit. He'd wink his eye like he had some pie with a mouthful of rubber boot.
And the mule would say, ee-aw,
Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw,
ee-yaw, 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 ee-yaw.
with a mouthful of rubber boot. One day while roaming round the field, that mule found an old hoop skirt and commenced at once for to make a meal on wire and rust and dirt. That night he took an awful cramp and it settled in his feet. Before the dawn, the mule was gone to walk the golden streets.
And the mule would say, ee-aw,
Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw,
ee-yaw, 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 ee-yaw.
as he walked the bright golden streets.
Ee-yaw, ee-yaw, ee-yaw.
The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a 5-pound note. The owl looked up to the stars above, and he sang to a small guitar, "Oh, lovely pussy, oh, pussy, my love, what a wonderful pussy you are, you are. What a wonderful pussy you are." Pussy said to the owl, "You elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Oh, let us be married, too long we have tarried, but what shall we do for a ring?" They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the bong tree grows, and there in the wood a piggly-wig stood with a ring at the end of his nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. "Dear pig, are you willing to sell for a shilling your ring?" Said the piggy, "I will." So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with a runcible spoon, and hand in hand on the edge of the sand, they danced by the light of the moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes goes round and round and round. He's up each morning at the crack of dawn to get the crumbs and bits of corn. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes goes a-pecking all around. He eats all day, sleeps all night, he's busy as a bee. But in between he finds the time to raise a great big family. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes goes round and round and round. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes goes round and round and round. He begs for peanuts in the park all day. He snoops and struts the time away. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes is always a-hanging round. His toes turn in, his tail turns up. He thinks he's quite a guy. He primps and puffs and bills and coos and shows off for his sweetie pie. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes, the 8 red toes. The black and white pigeon with the 8 red toes goes round and round and round. Goes round and round and round, goes round and round and round. A plump little robin flew down from a tree to hunt for a worm which it happened to see. A frisky young chicken came scampering by and gazed at the robin with wondering eye. Said the chick, "What a queer-looking chicken is that? Its wings are so long and its body so flat." While Robin remarked, loud enough to be heard, "Dear me, an exceedingly strange-looking bird." "Can you sing?" Robin asked, and the chicken said no, but asked in return if the robin could crow. So the bird sought a tree and the chicken a wall, and each thought the other knew nothing at all. You may have seen some wonders, but we'll bet our Sunday hat you haven't seen as big a one as Johnny Doolan's cat. You needn't contradict us. If you do, you'll get us vexed, for we know there's not an equal in this world or in the next. They say a cat has 7 lives, but this has many more. Unto our certain knowledge, it's already had a score. They've often tried to drown it or to kill it with a knife, but all in vain, for Doolan's cat will not depart this life.
And it's still alive and prowling, still alive and howling, still alive and growling is Johnny Doolan's cat.
And it's still alive and prowling,
Meow.
still alive and howling,
Meow.
still alive and growling is Johnny Doolan's cat.
Meow.
Scat! One day I'll buy me a fine white pony, a pony as fine as can be. I know when I see him, my fine white pony, that he is the pony for me. Fresh from the prairie is my white pony, as fast as the wind blowing free. And yet when I call him my fine white pony, he'll know that his master is me. I'll jump on his back and I'll ride my pony. I won't need a saddle and reins. My hand on his mane, I will guide my pony o'er rivers and mountains and plains. My baby's in the forest green, the forest green, forest green. My baby's in the forest green. Has anyone seen my baby? Oh, oh, Oriole, 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 Oriole. Has anyone seen my baby? Oh. Find the wee brown otter's track, otter's track, otter's track. I'll find the wee brown otter's track. He'll take me to my baby, oh, oh, Oriole, 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 Oriole. Has anyone seen my baby, oh? I'll find the tail of the yellow fawn, the yellow fawn, yellow fawn. I'll find the tail of the yellow fawn. He'll take me to my baby, oh, Oriole, 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 Oriole. Has anyone seen my baby, oh? I'll find the stream where the salmon leaps, salmon leaps, salmon leaps. I'll find the stream where the salmon leaps. He'll take me to my baby, oh, Oriole, 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 Oriole. Has anyone seen my baby, oh? Find the nest of the singing bird, singing bird, singing bird. I'll find the nest of the singing bird. That's where I'll find my baby, oh, Oriole, 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 Oriole. Has anyone seen my baby, oh? Has anyone seen my baby, oh? Mr. Rabbit, Mr. Rabbit, your ears are mighty long. Yes, bless God, they're put on wrong. Every little soul must shine, shine. Every little soul must shine, shine. Mr. Rabbit, Mr. Rabbit, your coat's mighty gray. Yes, bless God, it's made that way. Every little soul must shine, shine. Every little soul must shine, shine. Mr. Rabbit, Mr. Rabbit, your ears are mighty thin. Yes, bless God, they're splitting the wind. Every little soul must shine, shine. Every little soul must shine, shine. Mr. Rabbit, Mr. Rabbit, your eyes are mighty red. Yes, bless God, I'm almost dead. Every little soul must shine, shine. Every little soul must shine, shine. putting an ad in the papers under Lost and Found. Has anyone seen a marmalade cat around? You'll find his name on his collar. He's from the rodeo. I'll give $100 for my marmalade cat, Cold Joe. There's a horseshoe scar belongs to his nibs where a sorrel stallion kicked his ribs. Would you ask all of your neighbors about my marmalade cat, Cold Joe?
Where's Joe? Where's Joe? A marmalade cat named Joe. Meow, meow, meow.
He brings me luck when I'm riding. We've been friends for years. When I retire, I'm keeping a place for Joe. We're moving on tomorrow. Without him, I'd hate to go. I couldn't beg, steal, or borrow a marmalade cat called Joe.
Though we all are strays in the rodeo, he should know you stay with a traveling show.
Would you ask all of your neighbors about my marmalade cat called Joe?
Meow.
My marmalade cat called Joe. Come, list ye landsmen all to me. To tell the truth I'm bound. What happened to me by going to the sea and the wonders that I found. Shipwrecked I was one sappy rouse and cast all on the shore. So I resolved to take a trip the country to explore. To my ree-too-ra-loo-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-little-laldy-fall, to my ree-too-ra-lay. Oh, I had not long walked about when close alongside the ocean, 'twas there I saw something move like all the earth in motion. While steering along close side the thing, I saw it was a crocodile. From the end of his nose to the tip of his tail, he measured 500 mile. To my ree-too-ra-loo-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-little-laldy-fall, to my ree-too-ra-lay. This crocodile I could plainly see was none of the common race, for I had to climb a very tall tree before I could see his face. Oh, up above the wind was high, it blew a hard gale from the south. Then I let go my hold, you see, and fell into that crocodile's mouth. He quickly closed his jaws on me. He thought to nab a victim, but I slipped down his throat, you see, and that's the way I tricked him. To my ree-too-ra-loo-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-little-laldy-fall, to my ree-too-ra-lay. I traveled on for a year or so till I got into his maw, and there were rum kegs not a few and 1,000 bullocks in store. Right then I banished all my cares, for grub I was not stinted, and in that crocodile I lived 10 years, right very well contented. To my ree-too-ra-loo-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-little-laldy-fall, to my ree-too-ra-lay. This crocodile being very old, at length he died. He was 6 months in catching cold, he was so long and wide. His skin was 10 miles thick, I think, or very near about, for I was fully 6 months or so in a digging my way out. To my ree-too-ra-loo-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-lay, to my ree-too-ra-little-laldy-fall, to my ree-too-ra-lay. was a little turtle, and he lived in a box. He swam in a puddle, and he climbed on the rocks. He snapped at a mosquito, and he snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow, and he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito, and he caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. She came to my window one morning in spring, a sweet little robin. She came there to sing, and the song that she sang was sweeter by far than ever was heard on a flute or guitar.
Oh, Robin, oh, Robin, oh, Robin Redbreast, the sweet little robin, she came there to sing, and the song that she sang was sweeter by far than ever was heard on a flute or guitar.
Her wings she was spreading to soar far away, then resting a moment seemed sweetly to say,
Oh, happy, the world seems to be. Awake, little man, and be happy with me.
But just as she finished her beautiful song, a thoughtless young man with his gun came along. He killed and he carried my robin away. She'll sing nevermore at the break of the day. Oh, Robin, oh, Robin, oh, Robin Redbreast, the sweet little robin, she came there to sing, and the song that she sang was sweeter by far than ever was heard on a flute or guitar. There was a man who had a horse-a-lum, had a horse-a-lum, had a horse-a-lum. There was a man who had a horse-a-lum down in Demerara.
And here we sit like birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness. Here we sit like birds in the wilderness, down in Demerara.
Now that poor horse, he fell a sick-a-lum, fell a sick-a-lum, that poor horse, he fell a sick-a-lum down in Demerara. Now that poor horse, he broke a leg-a-lum, broke a leg-a-lum, broke a leg-a-lum, that poor horse, he broke a leg-a-lum down in Demerara. Now that poor man, he sent for the doctor-um,
Sent for the doctor-um, sent for a doctor-um.
that poor man, he sent for the doctor-um down in Demerara. Now that poor horse, he went and died him, went and died him, went and died him, that poor horse, he went and died him down in Demerara.